Welcome to our 2020 Celebrate Success event. As you can see, things are a bit different this year as we're completely virtual due to the COVID-19 pandemic. My name is Jeffrey Beto, and I'm the president of the Carpenter's Place Board of Directors. This year, in addition to celebrating the successes of those we serve, we are also celebrating our 20-year anniversary. To that point, we start our celebration by giving special attention to our founders, Al, Kathy, and Dennis and Stacy Barsima. Their insight, inspiration, and abundant gifts of time, talent, and treasure launched Carpenter's Place 20 years ago and have enriched it throughout its history. We are deeply grateful to them and celebrate them on this anniversary. At this time, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you fellow board member, Katie Zimmerman.
Thank you so much, Jeff. It's very exciting to be able to be here with you to celebrate Carpenter's Place success over the past 20 years. And as we look back over those past 20 years, the most impressive part is the extraordinary ways that the lives of men, women, and now families have been changed in that time. Literally, thousands have obtained housing, secured employment, and achieved impressive milestones to rebuild their lives through the case management program that we offer to the community through Carpenter's Place. COVID-19 certainly has required many changes as to our operations at Carpenter's Place, but the most important part is that our services have continued throughout this whole pandemic. Our daytime shelter, the meals, the showers, our case management services, the housing programs, family services, all of those have continued throughout this pandemic. Gratefully, the success of those that we serve has continued as well. Throughout these past several months, the Executive Director of Carpenter's Place, Kay Larrick, has done an excellent job of keeping the board apprised of all of the adjustments that have been made with regards to social distancing as well as sanitizing, and everyone has to wear masks if they're working at or coming to visit us during these unprecedented times.
To this end, our board and staff are deeply grateful for the steadfast guidance, the comprehensive communication, and the extraordinary support provided by our local leaders during this difficult pandemic.
Therefore, it's our privilege to present each of them with this 2020 Guiding Light Award. Our first honoree is Rockford Mayor Tom McNamara.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This is really an honor for me to receive this wonderful award. I first want to say thank you to Carpenter's Place for all the amazing work they do every single day, and especially during these unprecedented times of this global pandemic. A special thank you to the Board of Directors and to Kay Larrick, the Executive Director. I'll accept this award simply on behalf of all the residents of Rockford, because we wouldn't be where we're at today without all of their buy-in during this difficult time. I really appreciate this, and we have a lot more work to do together to continue to slow the spread. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Our next recipient is Dr. Sandra Martell and staff from the Winnebago County Health Department. Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of the Winnebago County Health Department, I proudly accept this recognition and award. We would not have been able to do it without partnerships like Carpenter's Place, who throughout this pandemic assisted in caring for vulnerable populations. So on behalf of the Health Department, our community partners, and all of Winnebago County, I thank you for this award and recognition.
Our final recipient of the 2020 Guiding Light Award goes to Winnebago County Chairman Frank Haney, and Stacy Mullins is here to accept the award on his behalf.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. On behalf of the chairman, we would like to say thank you to all of our partners and to Carpenter's Place for their commitment to the homeless community in our region. Thank you.
Former guests stopping by or giving us a call to share where they are today is truly one of the greatest joys that we celebrate at CP. Today, we share that joy through the stories of two women who, through the support of Carpenter's Place and our women's housing program, are living a life of success and happiness.
I became homeless when I was in Clearwater, Florida. I lost our apartment. My husband had went away for a while, for 4 years. I had nowhere else to go, and the only place that I could come to was back to Rockford to my mom's. And they told me about Carpenter's Place, that they have a program for women, and it's a 2-year program, and I filled an application out, and I got accepted and came through Carpenter's. And the best part of Carpenter's Place is the people. They're there to help you. They're there to listen to you, provide all your needs that you want, that you're looking for. And I just love the people. They're beautiful. I love it. Thank you to the ones that donated their time and their love and their so much. I just thank you. But I'm glad that Carpenter's was there for me, and the program was for me, and it worked for me because I made it work for me. And now my sister, she's there now, and because I have an apartment, and it was just, wow. 2 long years every day I get up to go do what I have to do to get where I am at today. I got an apartment, I got a beautiful husband, and I got me a good job. Thank you, Carpenter's Place.
I mean, I was in a bad place, homeless, jobless, just living on the streets. I started rebuilding my life when I came to Carpenter's Place by going through the programs. I think what really helped me was volunteering here. This was definitely saving my life. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm so thankful. I could still be living out there on the streets and doing what I was doing. I could still be doing that. And now I have all this, you know. It's really a blessing. It's really a blessing. People who donate here, I would say thank you, especially to the ones that come and feed us. It was a lot of things that you did for me that was beautiful.
It's stories of success that we're here celebrating today. At this time, I would like to introduce our faithful duo, Father David Bouvet, and our immediate past president, Jim Deary, to share some exciting updates.
Well, Jim, here we are again this year after a few years of experience with this, coming together to celebrate the wonderful success of Carpenter's Place, and especially now this 20th year or 20 years of service to the guests and to the community with so much help and support. So it's a delight to be here again to present our mission and what we would ask of the people today. So
Great to see you, Father. It's always good to share the stage with you in this setting. And it is fun to think about that over the last 20 years, there's literally been thousands of families and men and women and children that have been helped by Carpenter's Place by providing secure housing and stable employment. And thinking back over the last 20 years does kind of get me fired up about what the future looks like, because we've got a pretty good track record going. It's been a good 20 years, but I think our best days are yet to come.
And I think we do what we say, don't we? That, as a matter of fact, last year we asked the people, would you support housing for families? And started embarking on that. And the program has grown wonderfully. And could you give us kind of an update? How's that project coming from last
It's
year?
great. Yeah, the support of our CP community was really wonderful last year at Celebrate Success. And we've been looking for an apartment building to buy since then. Mm-hmm. But quite frankly, it's been hard to find the right one. We've looked at dozens of properties. But the good news is that we think now we've found a property that meets our standards. It's in the right location. It's priced the right way. And so we're going through a pretty comprehensive due diligence process to make sure it's ready and it's right. But we think we'll end up with a place that our families will be able to call home, and that's exciting. And when it's done, we'll be able to announce that via social media and our website, and we'll be able to let our donors know. But I think that's going to be coming up here pretty closely.
But that's great. So we made a lot of progress in the last year, and I think we can assure our donors we're on the right track and we're ready to grow.
Absolutely. Well,
That's wonderful.
We're not done with new stuff, though, Father. Kay is always coming up with ideas, and she's always, what about this and what about that? And she came up with a great one in this, and it's a thrift store. Actually, it's a thrift store plus. It's really a great idea that we're really excited about.
I think the thought about this, the Thrift Store Plus, is an employment issue, because it would help some of our guests now to learn how to work in the store and to set things up. And then also it's a place where they can get some clothes that they need to make sure they're presentable when they get there, seek their jobs and so forth. So that sounds like a win-win deal.
Absolutely, and that's why we're anxious to share with the plus element of the thrift store with our friends today, and really let them understand what we're doing and see if they want to be a partner in this venture with us. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I think the great thing, and the thing that I like, is the location now that you're going to talk about. That's a place where I frequented often because the years that I was at St. James, I enjoyed shopping there.
Well,
so I'm delighted to hear about that. To me, it's a wonderful location.
Yeah, so it's the old the Schnucks building. Was the Highlander on Rural Street. My first job at 15 was in that store, and you knew our family well, and all 7 kids in our family worked in that store. So it is fun to think about this old grocery store now being a place where people can work on job readiness skills and getting ready for jobs, but then they can also take advantage of some other what we call plus services. There'll be a Cycles for Change program where our guests can get a bicycle and use that for primary transportation back and forth to work. And there'll be some other elements of the store that will be really focused on families and children. One of them is the giveaway book nook. So families will be able to get books free of charge. And there'll be the children's clothes closet will bring, there's a program that's been around, it was around for a long time, a while ago, but it'll be now provide free clothing to families. So there's some really desperately needed services that can be provided out of that building going forward.
So this really sees an improvement then in our ability to serve the families as well as the individual guests, and so it sounds like a terrific idea, and we need to keep moving forward on it, don't we?
We sure do, Father. And it's also important to understand and kind of comment on at this stage that the plus elements are really important, But the thrift store part of this project will continue to provide clothing to homeless men and women and families free of charge. So as donations are provided to the thrift store, our guests, like they always have, will get these clothes and this furniture free of charge so that they can kind of rebuild their lives and get back on track. So that element of our support services at CP really won't change. It'll just happen in a different location.
Yeah. But it also keeps our focus on serving the guests, getting them ready for their jobs and so forth. And then it also is a service to the community and invites people to participate. It sounds really exciting.
It's a win-win, and the bottom line, Father, is we need to build out these programs in the store to kind of bring them to life, and really, it's exciting to know that we're at this stage. We're going to see this old grocery store take on a new life, but it's really going to be a great opportunity for people to partner with us that want to be they want to be a part. They want to see change. They want to see things get better, and they want to help. And this is an invitation really for our supporters to join in on this effort to take this former grocery store and turn it into a Thrift Plus store and be a part of making it happen. And it's really exciting. And if you're inspired, and we hope you are by this opportunity, if you received an invitation in the mail to this event, there's a reply card where you can complete the card and send it back in, and you can support us that way. For people that got an electronic invitation to this event, you can go to our website and provide your financial support in that way. But we really hope that you will join us in support of this project going forward.
So we've got the tools, we fueled to help people participate and join in this effort to make it really a successful venture. And we really thank you very much for your consideration of our request today. That this is going in the right direction.
Okay. Father, it sure is. And many of you may have seen in the media that Carpenter's Place is in the process of buying this property, and we're in what's called a due diligence. So again, kind of like the apartment we're trying to buy, that we're looking at the property and the roof and all that kind of stuff to make sure that it's ready to be purchased. And we think that'll happen, and we think that it will make a major transformation in our community, but specifically in that area, having a thrift store and then the plus elements of the store in that community. It'll take a building that's been sitting empty for years, bring it back to life, and we think it'll really make a big difference. And as always, as we have now for years asked for support, I think it's important to kind of reinforce our commitment, and as a member of the board of directors, that we look at everything that we get from you in financial support, and we make sure we allocate it to the best possible way we can to have the biggest improvement in our community. We sweat the nickels and dimes on this big time, and we're very conscientious and very grateful for the money and the support we get from our supporters, and we put that money to good use. And I think that we always have, and we have the financial discipline in place to continue to do that, to make sure that your contributions are being used wisely.
Yeah, and I give thanks to God that we have this reputation and the tradition and history of using the money wisely, and it really does. And this is just a continual expansion now of what we're doing. So it sounds really exciting. I can't wait to visit there, and also to bring a few things that I got to donate. So I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be like going down memory lane to walk into that store and
bet.
think about I was a bag boy, and then I worked in aisle 3. That was where the paper products were. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back there, Father.
So, and I can still consult you on those items too, I'm sure. So.
For sure.
Well, it's a delight for us to be here, and Jim, it's again, we presented our case now, and we think that this is something we want to continue to do and work on, and I'm just grateful for the leadership that's been provided for all of this.
I'm confident that our supporters will come through on our 20th anniversary and make the plus part of the thrift store a big success.
Okay. I think with that being said, it's time for prayer.
Let's do it. I'll leave that to you. You're so much better at
Lift
that than me.
ourselves up to a loving God. God, our Father in heaven, you send your people to serve one another and to be a source of comfort and strength as they live out their journey of life. We thank you for the 20 years of experience and 20 years of service for our people at Carpenter's Place, and the wonderful staff that do so much good work for us, very hard. And also the board of directors that gives a sense of direction and makes wise decisions for all of this. And then this people that support us and that give us the help. So thank you, Father, for all of these wonderful people, for this marvelous milestone for all of us, 20 years. and to remind us that we continue to do this work in your name and for the people that we serve and for the Rockford community, so that it does lift us all up to make us this a better place to live in your kingdom. So we thank you for your generosity. Keep us focused on how we want to serve, and help us always to do this in your name. And we ask this prayer now through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We greatly appreciate your support throughout the year, and we're always happy to share these successes with you, our supporters.